Oh, is it?
That's what the lady said. Hey, everybody. Holy shit, we're back.
Holy butt fucking shit. We're
You know
here.
what this means. That's right. With that kind of language, you could be at only one fun-filled, exciting show. That
Mhm.
is, this is the future.
Unfortunately,
Bet your ass.
you
And
bet
that
your
title
butt.
kind of sticks today, man. Fucking little rough out there with the sickness.
Oh yeah.
People getting sick. Shit's weird right now. It feels like COVID's revenge.
Oh yeah. We got. There's some sort of pandemic or something.
I don't know, man. Maybe I live too close to the big cities, but yeah, they're freaking out.
Oh yeah. Is it over the new variant?
Yeah,
The
it's a big
Omaha?
deal here. I'm sure it'll head west. A bunch of
I
drama and horseshit.
I think some people. I mean, it's here. People, but what I've heard about it is it's like not to downplay it, but what I've heard is that it's you just kind of get regular sick. And
Right.
like I don't know, but what I've heard is that there's not really been any deaths. It's just, you know, it just sounds like it's you just kind of get sick.
But it's
But
also fucking cold and flu season. Like,
yeah,
god damn it, stop
exactly.
fucking with us. Like, got a scratchy throat? You need another shot. Like, come
I know
on. This
that's
isn't
what
fair. What the fuck?
a couple of days ago I had like I was like, oh, got a scratchy throat, like my, like you said, I got like a little bit of a sore throat or something. But I'm like, I walk the dog 2 times a day, or like I try to do 2 times a day, and now it's it's winter, and I'm like, well, of course you would have a little bit of a sniffly nose and scratchy throat. You're going walking around, mile and a half, 2 miles in the weather.
Right.
That's normal. But as soon as I felt it, my brain started to go freak out, And then I was
Well,
like,
it's like exactly like I had an event recently where I went down on 2 women in one day, and I was like, wait a minute, my throat. Oh my god, is this COVID? They're like, no, you fucking idiot, that's an STD. Jesus, relax.
you just made me stop.
Got a little clam chowder stuck in the throat down there. That's all that is. Ain't no fucking
Ah, man, it's all lumpy.
COVID.
We
Hey,
have
our
any?
last video got some fucking responses, man. Y'all dirty motherfuckers want to listen? I got stories. I won't tell them
Oh yeah,
all.
we could. Yeah, we got a lot of. We could. I could open the vault.
Yeah, my lady got a few friend requests after that one.
Did she? Nice.
Horny bastards.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they don't send love letters. They just follow your Instagram.
Hey, I mean, you gotta have something to beat off there.
That's right. The times they are changing.
Mhm.
That's one thing I got to say though. Like, is messy sex really worth the laundry you have to do? I fucking hate washing my linen. I hate it. And now I'm older, so I'm like, hey, easy, easy. Don't, and then like you want to be like, hey, don't go full force. And then they do, and you're like, hey, I'll go get the Tide while you clean up.
In the last episode, I called you an old man, and that was towards the end of the episode, and we haven't broke 5 minutes yet. You're an old man.
That's fine. So
You know
fucking
what?
what?
I don't want to have to do my linens. By the way, who calls them linens now, Tony?
This fucking guy. Listen, folks, if I'm getting old, that's fine. I've earned it. I'm totally cool with it. And if I can get out of here a few hours early, that's fine too. I look at life like a job. Like, you know what? I can cut out early.
Gotta go down to the stream, scrub my linens, gotta move my rickshaw, you know.
That's a hard living right there, man.
What'd you say? No.
I thought the part about blasting up my sheets would have been more of a young thing that people would say, but I guess old people say that shit too, Oh, damn it, she started making a mess, and I just thought, fuck, we got to do laundry.
Do you know what what the kids say nowadays is shooting ropes? Have you heard that term?
I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, but no, have you heard that
term? Fuck yeah, I've heard that before.
Okay, I don't know. If you're an old man, we've established that you don't do that anymore. You can't. I'm saying, have you heard that?
Yes, I did. I have been doing that a lot lately. I feel like everyone's talking softer. I'm just like, I still can't fucking hear you. And I've been an old man my whole life. I'm just like, it's finally starting to fit. That's all this is. It was the same horse shit the whole time.
You've been an old man your whole life.
Fuck yeah, I'm into that. Just when grumpy old fucks bitching about everything, can't fix nothing. It's great. I love it.
You just came out of the womb just screaming, "Get off my lawn!"
That's right. You're damn right I did.
Damn kids and their hippity hops and
Well, yeah, and then when you're screwing and you're like, hang on, my hips, like that's a thing now. When you do too much screwing, man, you got to walk around and put your hand and put pressure on your hips so you got to stretch. It's no good.
I was laying in bed today and I sneezed and my lower back hurt. I was just like, "At you!" And I was like, "Ah, my back."
Well, it's fun, yeah. So you can, bodies break down, and like I've always had that old man mindset, but I like it. I always liked old people bitching. It's always my favorite. Young kids bitching is exhausting, but old people bitching about stuff because they're ignorant. They say stupid shit. Like I love that. That's my fucking favorite.
That is your favorite.
I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you been?
I'm good.
How was Christmas? How was that?
Oh yeah, that happened.
What happened?
Yeah, that was cool. I think I remember that. Oh yeah, Christmas was fine. We did gifts and all that shit. Went for a 6-mile walk.
Did you go to your parents' house?
Yeah, we all met up for a walk. I mean, that's Christmas to them. If you're talking about old, like if they can finish a 6-mile like walk, they were stoked. Like it's like God gave them a second breath. Huh?
6 miles, huh?
Yeah.
Damn. That's
a walk. Get your heart rate up a little bit. My mom just got her hip replaced, so we were out trying it out like a new bicycle.
Hey.
Let's see if we can get up this hill, Margaret.
Come on, Mom. We got to test that hip out. Let's go.
She did it. I mean, it's fucking awesome. I've never seen someone in pain for so many years and then get a new hip and just like sailing past you at half your height. Like, holy shit.
Did you like walk up hills and stuff or what?
Yeah, we started out with a hill. And then my kid called her while we were walking up the hill. So then she busts the phone out and starts talking to her. I'm like, holy shit. Like, I need to get me a hip surgery. Looks like fun.
Wow. All
greased up and ready to go.
Don't worry. You'll have one.
I fucking hope not. I don't. Don't worry. You got to get both. Otherwise, you walk like a pirate.
I know someone that had both hips replaced when they were a teenager, and they're like in their mid-ish, late 40s, I think. And, they walk with a little hitch in their giddy up, but I think it's good.
You think it's good?
Good for them or whatever. I don't know.
You got a good limp there, Charles. Keep it up.
I just I've been really into like sayings, like lines, like a little hitch in their giddy up.
Right. Yeah.
To me, that's like one of the funniest things. Like you see someone limping or something, yeah, they got a little hitch in their giddy up,
I like it when you see someone tall and then someone says they're up there in the wind. I heard that one.
Well, I never heard that one, but I like that.
Yeah, I've heard some shit. I'm just trying to remember them all.
Right.
But yeah, Christmas was cool, man. I mean, nothing too crazy. That holiday is really tame. You know what I mean? The next day, what was cool was I bought some Eagles tickets. I got some really good seats, and ended up being a nice day. The day after Christmas, and I took my dad to an Eagles game.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, he's such like I don't know, like he has a purple coat, and like he wore that. Like he doesn't give a shit anymore, which is awesome. But I was just like, he's just bundled up in his purple coat. Like I don't think he saw any of the plays happen. Like I would keep nudging him every time something happened, and he would stand up like, huh? And by then the shit was over. The guy was on the ground.
Wait, was he asleep?
No, I just think like it's a lot to take in. We were like low to the ground in the end zone, so it's different watching football from that angle because you're watching it like far away or close up. It changes. It's not like side to side. Side to side, you can see the players moving. You can play. Oh, they must have the ball. There it goes. But when you're watching football from like distance from behind or directly in front,
yeah,
you really got to look at the fucking ball. And there's a lot to look at a fucking football game, especially when it's nice and everyone is fucking hammered, like crazy hammered. Like like I've started to know something. Like I think women, and maybe this is everywhere, but women seem to handle, well, at least at the Eagles games, women were handling their shit better than the men by a long shot.
Well, probably because they gotta like take care of their drunk ass man, you know?
You don't have to do that though. Isn't it kind
Well,
of a boat
they might
race?
think they might think someone has to, you know, they might be like, oh,
Uh,
someone, like, I don't want to go pick them up at jail. I'm gonna fucking wrangle them in for like an hour and a half or 2 hours at the game.
I mean, I saw like a couple of people where the guys were smashed. Like the one guy was leaning up against the wall, like drunkenly arguing to his lady. He was just so drunk. He's talking to someone else at one time. I mean, she left. This chick was just kind of walked away for get a hot dog or something. He was still talking to her. And the people were just smashed. I was like, it's 3 PM for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I mean,
What? I mean, that's a true. You're truly like into football if you're showing up at a parking lot, 6 a.m. paying $100 to park there. You bring
yeah.
your big screen and your munchkins and whatever you get shit house drunk by noon, and then you wobble into the football game, and then
Well, I
you got
mean,
to
you
watch the
understand,
highlights to see what you saw.
you got to get those cheap beers, you know, those $11 beers, you
They
know.
actually were $11, and that was a
Oh yeah,
deal. I was like, that's not bad. They were $11 for a 16 ounce. I was surprised.
at the when I went and saw the I went and saw the Winterhawks like a couple weeks ago, month ago or whatever, and I think like for like a Coors Banquet, you know, because that was like the cheap, or Coors Light, that was the cheapest one, and I think that was like 10.50 or something like that, and it was a 16 ounce, like, you know, but it
Yeah,
was like, but it sucked because it was like the friends I was going with, they bought the tickets, and I bought tickets to go see Bill Burr in like 7 months for them. So,
nice.
you know, like kind of, so I was like, oh, cool. We going to see a hockey game, and, you know, tickets are paid, well, kind of paid for. It's a trade-off. So I was like, cool. And then I bought 2 beers, and then I'm like, oh shit, that's already, you know, that's $25 with tip, you know. I'm like, fuck, I could have bought a case.
Oh yeah,
And plus some. So I was like,
right.
what am I doing? Just
Yeah,
to, you know, but it was fun.
I think they had a deal at the game where it was you get 2 hot dogs and a beer for like $21. But that's what we did,
Mhm.
And then what was cool was it came with the shits later on, so that was nice. It's like a
Yeah,
refill.
yeah. Yeah,
It was a
that's a
great
bonus.
deal.
You know, that's always nice. That's bloopers, you know. That's what
Hmm.
that's
Fucking nasty. Yeah, a lot of that going on. A lot of holiday food and the holiday shits.
um we did something that I've been wanting to do for like a long time, and I've never ever, every Christmas, every Thanksgiving, especially Thanksgiving, but it's always, and no matter where I'm at, everyone always cooks, and they always cook the same boring shit. That I feel, you know, turkey, ham, all this kind of stuff that people love apparently, but only eat once a year because, you know, if you love something, you should only do it once a year. It doesn't make any sense. You don't like it,
Right.
you know. Um, so I finally convinced everyone. I'm like, let's go to a Chinese restaurant, because like their culture, they don't celebrate Christmas, right? Like, so like they're open. They're like one of the
Right.
only restaurants open, Chinese restaurants, and it's kind of some people's tradition is to go to a Chinese restaurant
Right.
for Christmas. And we were gonna go, and one person that was with us kind of didn't feel comfortable going out to eat, so I was like, whatever. So we ended up getting it, you know, to go. So it wasn't like exactly what I wanted, but it was still cool. I was like, no one cooked. We just got Chinese takeout.
Right. I mean, that'd be fun. And plus they could use the business. That's why they're open.
Yeah, and so it was like, you know, it was cool. Got takeout, played darts, yeah, drank, you know, kind of
You just reminded me that like my parents have a basement and they have this big ass TV down there, and they don't have a lot of furniture down there, so they busted out the camping chairs. And so that on Christmas Eve night, we watched A Christmas Story. And as soon as you just said that, I was like, what the fuck? Did you watch A Christmas Story? Like
Oh
you want to
yeah.
go to a Chinese restaurant? It's
No,
just
no,
fucking funny.
I mean, we did watch Home Alone.
I like that one.
Yeah.
It seems like, what is it like some of the people like I think the guy who played Buzz just went to jail for something, smacking his woman around or some shit.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah, that's got to be a bummer, like you did one good movie as a kid and it gave you some money, so you could start your cocaine habit or whatever. And
Yeah.
You know, and then like 20 years later, when no one gives a shit about you, they bust out a picture of you in that movie and then you slapping your woman around, you know, and you got busted.
Yeah.
That sucks. Be like, you don't get paid for that. You know what I mean? Just be like, holy shit. Like the police are like, oh, look at that. We arrested Buzz, man. That's cool.
um, that guy, that actor, is in an episode of Louis when Louis had his
Is he?
show. Yeah,
No shit.
he's a limo driver. I remember watching it years ago before Louis came like jacked off on everyone. I remember watching it, and
He was jacking off on everyone at that point. We just didn't know yet.
before people knew about it. And that's true.
About shooting ropes
Louis been shooting ropes on people for decades
with their permission. But anyway.
Yeah. So I was
nice
watching
guy.
I mean, yeah, this is fucking. I was watching that a long time ago, you know, 5-6 years ago, and I was like just watching the episode on TV, and I was like, oh shit, that's Buzz. He's driving a limo. And then I was like, huh, what a career he's got.
Yeah, who the fuck knows what else he's into?
Hitting women, I guess. I mean, you said it. I mean, apparently
I didn't say it. The fucking internet did.
I mean, I heard it from you. I'm just saying.
That's fucking funny.
So we did. So we've done. And when I say we, I mean Callie and her family, because they live here. And so like, you know, her sister's boyfriend, her brother, and her mom were usually all together at Christmas. So we've done this 2 times, and that's Secret Santa, you know, the whole thing, and $50 limit or whatever. And it's actually better. It's actually better because it's like, and no one gets anyone else anything unless you're Secret Santa. So it makes it cheaper, you know. And I got Callie stuff, and then the person I got was her brother 2 years in a row, and he got me a record, strapping young lad who we covered once,
right?
And so it's cool. And then he also, just like something I didn't ask for, but he knows I like toys, and he got me this.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, that's fucking cool, man.
Milo, yeah. And then the band Napalm Death, he got me this toy too. It's like a,
must use that, found that on the internet. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I'd seen this before, but I forgot I saw it, and I've seen, they make a bunch of these,
Yeah, I've seen that. That's rad, man.
It's kind of cool. I got toys for Christmas, you know. I'm a child. You can see this room.
Yeah, man, I dig it. I got a shit, you know me, I got a shitload of vinyl. I asked for Outlaw Country records. And cool. Now, like, this is like the second year that my parents have been like living nearby and like going out and buying me shit on purpose. So last year I took them to a few record stores, and Jesse took them to a few record stores. So this year my parents went to a record store in their own and just went looking through old country records. Nice. And I told them, I said, look, I was like, they got me some cool shit like Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, all the outlaw stuff that I didn't have. And I was like, look, wasn't that fun? And they're like, oh, dude, we were in there for hours. I was like, see, I was like, half the gift is going to pick the shit up and just look at just you being in a record store. Yeah, looking through music. Like that's fun. I mean, how many people, usually people send you to shops you don't give a shit about. Like, I don't want to go to Bed Bath and Beyond, so here's a fucking gift card, you know?
Exactly.
Record stores are fun.
Oh, they are fun. Like, I remember you and I used to go to them all the time when they were downtown Portland.
Yeah, and I'm so moody, I never know what I'm going to want to hear anyway. So like you flip through shit and you're like, ooh, that's a fun idea. So I dig it, man. Absolutely. But yeah, man, it was a good fucking holiday. It was like everyone was in high spirits, and now everyone's fucking paranoid and putting masks on and canceling shit. Concerts are being canceled, plans are being canceled.
Oh yeah, what's going on over there? What's the?
Well, all the show, like a lot of, I don't know if, I mean, I look at too much, you know, I look at news and whatever too much, but a lot of band, like the Melvins canceled their New Year's Eve plans. Flaming Lips canceled theirs. There's the Strokes, I think, in New York City, they canceled theirs. So everybody's canceling concerts, you know, but it just feels like it's more like a lot of people are like, well, how are we going to get through this shit again without killing the economy?
Right.
And so that's why, like, the doctors or whoever, CDC's like, if you feel like shit, hang out for 5 days or something. It's just like, and everybody else is like, it's like businesses are like, we're going to be open as long as people are going to show up.
Right.
And I get that. So this is more like a DIY virus, like this second push, like this version. It's a
Was
kind
the
of like
third
figure
one.
it out for yourself,
Yeah.
but I think we're gonna stay open and try and fight through this because we have to financially.
You
But
mean,
people are
at a certain
getting
point, you do.
paranoid and people are getting sick, and then they're shutting like whole stores down again. Fucking shaky, man.
Nothing has shut down yet here.
I think it's gonna be kind of do it yourself, and as people start dropping like flies, like
Yeah.
seriously sick. Like you said, people, I don't know, we haven't heard of much of recorded deaths, just a fuckload of cases.
Mhm.
But like the NFL, they were trying to shut the NFL down, and the NFL's like, listen, like, here's the fucking problem. We got teams full of players that are popping positive for the virus, but they don't have any symptoms and they're not sick.
Mhm.
So we're not canceling anything because they're not sick. They're not visually sick. So they're all vaccinated and then vaccinated again. So I
Mhm.
don't know if they actually went through with that or not, but it seems like the head coach for the Eagles was sick last Monday, and he was coaching by the following Sunday.
Okay, yeah.
So it seems like they're like, quarantine for a few days and get your ass back to work.
Right.
So it's just kind of weird. Like, you were used to not wearing a mask anywhere or whatever your thing was because you're vaccinated. And now you walk in and the door says, do whatever the fuck you want. And everybody's wearing a mask when you walk in. You're like, should I?
Right.
Like, fuck, just tell me what to do.
Here like in Portland, like everyone wears a mask inside any place you're at.
Oh, okay.
Like has not went away here. Like
All right.
it's
That's
just
probably why it's not so fucking bad there then, because here it was like a free for all summer.
it's common here. Like it's just normal. Like I don't even think about it. I just put a mask on and I go.
Oh, okay.
It's just everyone is wearing a mask 24. Like
Oh, that's
you
cool, man.
never, if you see someone without a mask, they get told really quickly to put one on.
Oh, okay.
Or they get asked to leave. They're like,
That's fair, man. Yeah, I just think they
put this
dropped
on.
all the mandates here, and then people are getting fucked up again.
I just think, it's been 2 years of this shit, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think we just got to realize it's like it's either we just always are. I don't know if I agree with it, or if I want it. I don't think I don't want it. I'm just saying I think we're going to always wear masks.
Right.
I don't think that's ever going to go away. People like places like cities might try it, like over there in the East Coast, like they might try it, but like try not to wear a mask. But I think we're always going to have to, or it's always going to be a thing.
Well, like my cousin called me this morning, and we were going to have our family party, which we haven't had in 2 years. And he called me, we talked about it, and a lot of people, anyway, he decided to cancel it like to the day of. And I was like, you know what? I was like, it's a good idea. And I was like, fuck it. Because the thing is, the whole family wasn't on board to show up. So it's like, if we did do it and people got sick, it would just look that much worse.
Right.
So it's just weird right now. It's just like your plans are getting fucked with again. And plans are what keeps you from going fucking crazy. Just doing events, whatever you're into. If shit starts getting canceled again, it's like, yeah, your mental health. Like that's the thing, is like your mental. 2 years of this shit, and you just want to do something normal.
Yeah,
But,
that's the thing, is like, this is how I think,
mhm.
and it has nothing to do with any kind of, because so much of this shit has like got wrapped up with politics. If you do this, you're that. If you do that,
I'm so sick of that. Yeah.
and I'm like, no, I'm just trying to be a normal person, and how I feel is like, I'm triple vaccinated. I got the first 2, and then I got a booster. I wear a mask, I wash my hands because I'm a normal, pretty clean person, you should do. Yeah.
I'm a normal,
Decent-ish.
carried away.
Yeah, I don't want to tell too many lies here. But I'm saying, like, I just feel like I did all of this and I wouldn't have done it if I couldn't live my life. The reason why I got those vaccinations and the reason why I wear a mask is so I could go do things. So I could go to a hockey game.
Right.
So I could see people, so I could fucking do whatever. And if I couldn't do all that stuff, I wouldn't have gotten vaccinated just to stay in my house. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm gonna go do some stuff. As long as things are open, I'm gonna go do things. I'm gonna
Well,
be
and that was
safe.
the plan here. It's just like now they're like, people are starting to cancel stuff, and it's just like, well, here we go. But I still think that a lot of these, like, the sports, they're gonna do everything they can to stay open. They'll have you wear a mask and be vaccinated and get a fucking COVID test, whatever. But I think they'll stay open as long as they can to try and push through the winter, and things will mellow out again.
Mhm.
But it's just like, whatever, man. It's like, it's cold as fuck outside. We want to go do some shit. And it's a bummer because it's like, yeah, I would go to a show if it was happening, but if they're canceling it,
Yeah.
then, well, then that's that.
Yeah.
The
You can't
virus won that argument.
Yeah.
Right. That's the thing. It's just like, hey, don't get me wrong. I'm vaccinated. I wear a mask. I'll go get a COVID test within 72 hours of attending an event if I have to. I played by all the rules. But then it's just like, nah, it's fucking canceled. It's like, damn it, I just bought a bunch of fucking concert tickets. Now I gotta wait 3 years to see them. Shit.
That's the thing, is like I bought tickets to go see Deftones and Gojira
Yeah.
2 fucking years ago. I still have the tickets. I'm still holding the tickets.
Is it happening?
As of fucking right now, knock on goddamn desk, it's fucking supposed to. It's supposed to happen April 18th of next year, or April 14th of next year.
Well, I hope it does.
And I bought those tickets to see them in the beginning of 2020. So and
It's just what, yeah. I mean, listen,
I
it's
swear to
just hard
fucking
to.
God, if they cancel, they postpone it, I'm gonna fucking light some. I'll do it. I'll light something on fire. I don't care.
Well, I mean, the
do it.
bands want to fucking play. I mean, they
course they do.
added so many
Totally.
tour dates for 2022. It's insane.
Yeah.
But now they're like, well, it's like, well, you know what? Just don't do anything in the winter. Like, just,
Yeah.
fuck it. Just shut down for the winter, and then just have a concert every day at every venue the rest of the year.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Like, you work at a concert venue, like 5 days, like it's a full-time job.
Yeah.
Kind of wild. But yeah, man, it's cool. It's just fucking, it's the end. It's December, nothing too crazy going on. Then every time you turn on the TV, it's just horse shit. So it's like, I don't want to do that. I'm trying to watch. I've been trying to catch some movies. That new Kingsman looks good, but I haven't seen it yet.
New Kingsman. Oh yeah.
I don't know if you're into those movies. There's like the way you want James Bond to be.
Okay.
Like there's references to anal in there, but like, hello, yeah, James Bond definitely did anal, so why can't? But the Kingsman came through. Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
That's the king's position.
Is it?
Huh. Yeah. I mean, he's the one bent over, but you know what I'm saying.
The royal pegging. Oh shit. But yeah, man, there's not a ton going on, but that's all good. We'll see what New Year's brings. They're still talking about having the Mummers Day parade.
The what?
The Mummers Day parade. It's a big parade they have down Broad Street in Philly, where they all dress up like in crazy outfits and play music, and everyone, you can get drunk on the street. It's not a problem.
What it's called? Mummers Day?
The Mummers Day parade.
What does that name stem from? Where does that come from?
I don't know, man. I know you're gonna make me Google shit.
Well, I just thought you might know.
Basically, here's what I know without Googling. I don't know when it started. I know it's a Philly tradition, and I know that it's predominantly put on by people from South Philly and keeping in mind that Philadelphia is a city of neighborhoods. So it's just a shit ton of row homes with no parking. So these people got bored years ago and started to play their instruments and put on a parade. And then they make different groups of people, and they all play instruments, or there's also there's fancies, and then there's string instruments, and they wear amazing fucking costumes. For anyone watching, I think feel free to just Google images of Mummers Philadelphia. You'll see what I mean. But they'll dress up like clowns and really lavish outfits, and they march down the street and they play music, and there's a shitload of them. But if you watch there's a Mummers Day parade on New Year's Day. You'll never catch it on the West Coast because it happens at like fucking 3 a.m. your time. But it's all day, and what they do is they come all the way up into this, like from their side of town into the city, and then they go all the way back down. And you can hang out on the streets anywhere and watch. But the best thing, what we did was we got seats on the bleachers. It's all outside, of course. Well,
right.
Not all of it actually, but the string bands and all that shit that my parents really like. So what they do is they march up the street, and then they have a viewing area where the TV cameras and all that horse shit is. And if you don't pay for a motherfucking ticket, you can't see anything. So you're standing standing in the street, freezing your fucking ass off, trying to see, whatever they're doing. So this year we bought tickets, but when they come into where they're going to perform and they get judged, they come in where they're going to get performed. They have the string bands and they have all their whole crew, and they have I don't know how to explain it, but it's like watching a Broadway show for 6 minutes. They do a song, nice. They move, there's people that are moving props and shit like that. It's a lot happening in a city street, and we're sort of all closed for the day, but it's really fucking unique. And it's outside. And as I said, I'll say it again, you can get drunk in the street, and that's pretty much why we all go. You can take the train from my house and walk out this train station, and it's time to get fucked up. I was pouring shots of moonshine on the street. Well, it was apple pie. It's not fucking moonshine. It was apple pie.
Well, yeah, but it's kind of
a funny story. So I went to the liquor store 2 days before Christmas to buy some last minute gifts. And I thought Armageddon had happened, or I thought it got raided. There was nothing on the shelf. I'd say they must have had maybe 10% of their inventory on the shelf. And I don't know, I'm in a pothead. So I would have placed my order online and just showed up and then sniffed the shit in my car as I drove home. Right. But this is alcohol. So I was walking around, and I was looking for Crown Royal because my dad wanted Crown Royal Peach. But anyway, Crown Royal Peach is amazing. It's really hard to find. So I was looking for anything in a purple bag because the bags are neat. Nothing. So I found some moonshine, but this is apple pie that we had before 2 years ago. It's down in Tennessee that we bought this moonshine, and now they're a national, they distributor. So in any case, I bought the same shit that we were drinking on the street for the parade 2 years ago. I just brought the mason jar, had these little plastic shot glasses, and I was pouring everybody shots. Well, I went and saw my parents for Christmas Day as well. And they were like, "You guys want something to drink?" And I was like, "Hang on a second, open these gifts up." And then, they got some moonshine or the apple pie, and we started pouring it. I was fucked up. It was a one double shot. And my parents don't really party. You wouldn't see them. You wouldn't see them to be people at a party. And I never really seen my dad out of it. But he just got in this mode, and he didn't know we had Eagles tickets yet because I didn't tell him that yet. So he's like, "Let's just get fucked up." And I'm just like, what's that look like? I've never seen this. And so busted out the fucking apple pie, and I did a double shot of that, and then a mixed drink or something they came up with. And all I know is my dad, he doesn't even sit down ever because he's highly caffeinated. He's just over on the couch. I'm watching him, but not watching him. Yeah. He's just sitting over there, kind of falls into the couch. He's just "Oh, fucked up." Just he doesn't know I can see him. He doesn't really know I'm looking at him, and he's all fucking loopy. And then I watch him, and he was the most fucked up out of all of them. But my mom was okay. She smelled it, and she was like, "Oh, I have a buzz." I I bet you do. What was crazy was we drank maybe 2/3 of the bottle. It was not a lot. There's not a lot in there, but we drank 2/3 of the bottle, and we were all fucked up. Right. But when we were at the New Year's Eve parade 2 years ago, pouring these shots at 5 p.m. after we'd been drinking all day, I guess. I don't remember, but in any case, we drank the whole bottle, and all of us walked the fuck away. I don't know how I got home. I know there was a train involved, but I didn't fall out on the street or anything. Yeah. You survived. So what I'm getting at is, I guess it's so fucking cold outside when you're doing a parade like that the booze, you don't notice it, or because you're walking around, but shit knocked our socks off, man. It was great. And I bought mini bottles to gift everybody. I don't know a lot of people, 4 people. And I have a lunchbox full of 40 leftover mini bottles of baby Malibu and baby apple whiskey. I don't know what the fuck it is. So my goal is to take a pocket full of mini bottles and just do this shit all day. Just there you know. Yeah. Well, but this year I'd like to throw up because everybody else does. So
yeah, it's part of it, right? You should.
I think so.
Yeah, you should take your lunchbox, sit down on the curb, act like you're gonna have your lunch, and just you gotta drink your lunch sometimes, Tony.
It's just for New Year's.
So yeah. Probably at least 10 years ago, maybe more. I was in Modesto, I think. I was in Modesto with Larry and his flask. This is probably more than 10 years ago, but whatever. I used to just like get in the van and go with them on tour every once in a
Yeah, I
while.
remember that.
And so we were in Modesto, I believe, and they played their show. And we met, I remember this night we met these fucking hillbillies. These like fucking, they live in like the fucking mountains in California somewhere, these fucking just straight up hillbillies. And they were talking to us, and they were like passing around this jar of moonshine that they made, and then like I like took a couple sips and I'm like, I'm gonna go blind tonight. And
Yeah. I've heard that before. I don't know what that means, but
it just means you black out.
oh.
Or maybe you really did go blind. I don't know.
I know my dad keeps saying that. He's like, real moonshine will make you blind. And I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do that. That white lightning shit, man. I'm like,
that real shit. But then they busted out another jar. It was smaller. The smaller jar. It's probably like a mason jar that's like about that big. The other mason jar was a big full size one. But it busted out a smaller one. It was like dark green. And they were like, this is the real shit. This is the real moonshine. And they were like, it's moonshine infused with THC.
fuck that.
It's weed
Jesus.
infused THC and moonshine. Because they were like, one of them grows and has a big fucking pot thing, a big pot like production. Yeah.
Right.
Another one, like, makes moonshine. So they combined the two. And I took a sip and I was like, get that fucking thing away from me. Get that shit at least. Like it was so, and I got so fucked up from one. I didn't even take a big sip. I took a small sip on purpose.
Right.
Because I was just like, I just took a little, and I was like, I instantly was like, like, because you like, I instantly got high and fucking drunk.
I mean, it's, sometimes the journey is what's fun, not just getting there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I know.
It's like, well, party's over. I still had a few bills to pay today, a couple of chores to take care of, but fuck.
Well, yeah, that's out the fucking door.
Time to make a pizza.
Exactly.
That's all I'm going to be able to do the rest of the day. Fuck.
Oh, fuck. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
shit's crazy, man. Well, hey, listen, before we get into the music, I know we didn't talk about orgies all day. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not going to tell all my stories in one day, but in any case, it was nice to get caught up. And I'd just like to say, since we're talking about booze, hope you guys have a great fucking new year. Try some fucking moonshine, whatever you can get your hands on right now. If you have any fun concoctions that we should try out, throw them in the chat. Let us know, man.
Yeah.
Seriously, we're down for a challenge. We might start drinking on the show again or sniffing Ajax, bringing back some popular hobbies.
Doing lines of comment, it's fine.
Right. But no matter how fucking weird it is, go find something fun to do for New Year's if you can. We support you.
Drunk, do drugs, that kind of thing.
Whatever you're into, man, run a train on yourself. I mean, if whatever you're just be smart, be safe, whatever.
Speaking of that music that we listened to made me want to
run a train on yourself.
Yeah, it was sexy time music.
I was actually thinking about that. I was like, this is a pretty good album. I mean, yeah, it's probably gonna make you want to fuck. But so what album we're talking about is for those of you if you didn't catch the last show, we're talking about the band Khruangbin, and the it's not an album. I mean, half an album. It's an EP. Wait,
it's an EP. It's an EP.
It's called Texas Sun. It's got 4 cuts on it.
And is Leon Bridges part of
Bridges is in that? He's part of that project. He's on that album.
Part of that project. Okay, because I didn't know if he was like part of that project for that EP or it's Khruangbin and Leon Bridges.
Then just for Texas Sun.
Just for Texas Sun. Okay.
There's some other shit they've done with him too, I've seen, but it's not. This is the main thing they did with Leon Bridges. It's not Khruangbin does not include Leon Bridges all the time.
Got it. Okay.
Khruangbin is 2 fellas and a lady, and they're all met up in Texas, Houston area, I think, from what I saw. I'm just checking our backlog here. I thought that we had covered them before, but we listen to a lot of fucking music. I
Yeah,
guess not.
I don't remember ever listening to them. This is the when the wheel landed on that, that was the first time I ever heard Khruangbin. I was like, I'd never heard of it in my life. So
Oh, okay. All right. I've gone through a phase where I've listened to them. But yeah, they're look at that album's really, all their shit's really like chill but jammy, in my
sure.
opinion. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, you're
Well, I've never heard them besides this album, and it's a Texas Sun, and it's good. But it is kind of it's the music does have like a soul vibe, and there's a lot you could tell there's a lot going on in it, and it is kind of jammy, but I feel like it's like smooth, jammy soul music. So I think
yeah.
when you say jammy, I think you're right.
Well, and they said they got their influences from like, I don't know, like Japanese music and stuff like that, like mixtapes. I don't know. I tried to find more info on them, but I could only find so much. But it was I don't know. It's a different sound, and it's definitely
Yeah.
something that you can get your lady into or whatever. I mean, it's not just, it's not headbanging music or anything, but I saw them and Wu-Tang on the same stage. So they definitely know how to play some jam beats, you know what I mean? Like just
Yeah.
they have
Wait,
that
wait,
rhythm
wait.
to them.
They were playing for Wu-Tang? Like the backup?
They played and then Wu-Tang headlined and then they joined Wu-Tang on stage.
Huh.
Like a backup band, but I mean
I
I'm not
can't
gonna lie, I wasn't there. I was at the campsite, like just trying to keep my eyes closed because I was worn the fuck out at that point. But
I I guess I can't see those two styles of music um
well, I
intertwining.
guess what I'm getting at with that is that they have the ability to just
They have the ability.
they have that soul hip hop. It's just what I like about the evolution of music these days is like they take their influences from fucking everywhere.
Right.
Not all music, but these guys definitely. I mean, I can't. They're not influenced by Slayer, but they're definitely influenced by anything that would make you want to move your ass in a back and forward motion to have an orgasm.
Hey, and I mean they might just in a weird way. They're like, Raining Blood inspired us to do this album, Texas Sun.
If it wasn't for Slayer, we'd have never found these beats.
That'd be funny though. I feel like that's something I would do. Be like, yeah, you could hear it. It's related. You can see.
Right? Come on, babe, slow dance with me. Rain in blood. Yeah, just like. But no, we're my lady and I are into that. They have other albums that I'll bring up at later times, but they have the couple of this isn't a full length album, obviously. This is like, like you said, EP, half an album. But they're not huge yet. They're coming up. They're on the festival circuit, that kind of thing. So you'll see more and more and more of these guys, definitely, because their sound is wide. A lot of people can get into it.
Sure.
They got a while before they're played in the grocery stores, but I like it. I mean, I've definitely fooled around to it. Absolutely. A lot of the shit that gets referenced by my lady, yeah, it's wax. It's definitely hand slapping music.
um, it's it's cool. I do like it. It's not something that I would normally listen to, but
Well, I'm curious. Let me ask you this, because I can't ask our followers or whatever, but have you ever played any of this shit like for your woman and be like, hey, what do you think? Or has you taken anything back to camp, if you will?
like
Shown it.
in the bedroom or just like
No, I mean, it's none of my fucking, I mean, I just meant in general, like, hey man, this like, okay, let me figure out what I'm trying to say here. You listen to your music, she listens to her music, but sometimes you hear music you might both be into, because not every band that two couples agree upon. Sometimes you both find a band together that's like your shit. You know what I mean? But like you
yeah, I
both
hear you.
like it, you both kind of discovered it together. Maybe you do create some memories in or out of the bedroom with it, whatever. You go see them, that kind of thing. You both kind of found the band at the same time as a couple, and then you go see them as a couple, that kind of shit. Have you not just from this show, but you guys have anything like that?
Well, we definitely have things similar musical taste and stuff.
Right.
I definitely go a lot more metal and heavier. But I don't think that there's anything that we found together, because she's more of like she likes older music a lot. Like her favorite shit is the Beatles, and she loves Paul McCartney, and like I would say her favorite, just by like knowing what she always puts on, is Jim Croce.
Oh, right on. Huh,
So
no
like
shit.
that's more of her speed, is that kind of stuff. And I like Paul McCartney. I'm not a huge Beatles fan, but I don't mind it. I don't hate on them. I'm just, you know, but I like Jim Croce and stuff. So I she actually kind of turned me on to Jim Croce. I knew who he was, but I never really got into him. And so, to kind of answer your question, that was somebody that we kind of bonded over, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So well, there's definitely that, but um, and I showed her Charles Bradley, and we kind of bonded over that, and
Right.
we definitely like those two. So, but there's nothing that we found together like organically that we both started listening to.
Mm.
It's more like we just show each other kind of things, and
Well, do you guys don't go to, or I mean now, but like you ever guys go to festivals? Like that's a good place to find new shit.
no, not festivals. We've been to a few different concerts together and
Right.
stuff, but not
I've
like,
never taken my chick to, I don't know. I find stuff and I introduce her to it. And if she likes it, then we both listen to it.
yeah, that's kind of, I mean, that, yeah,
Right.
that's
That's
exactly
not like we both went to, like, I don't go to a ton of shit. I'm usually like, hey, I just heard this shit. What do you think? And then she'll check it out. But I think that's Khruangbin's one of the bands that I would just say we kind of found at the same time. Like I got into it and immediately was like, you should check this out because you can move to this. I was like, I don't know. I like a bunch of different music because I'm moody, but I like to hook people up. You know, like I listen to so much different shit. It's like, hey, you might like this and you might like that and you might like this.
right.
But when you fucking hang out all the time, it's like you get tired of hearing like she likes 90s fucking like slow jams. Well, not only are slow jams, but like it's like TLC and shit, you know, and like
Right.
chasing waterfalls. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. So yeah, I kind of had to find something else. It's like, listen, check this out, because I can deal with this shit. Like I get it. I don't want no scrub either. Scrub's the kind of guy can't get no love from me. I totally understand, but I just don't
Mm-mm.
want to do this shit. I don't like.
I yeah, like I didn't listen to this Khruangbin like on the stereo or at work. I just listened to it in my headphones.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to make love of myself. And but I listened to the album like it was the third time this morning.
Yeah.
Because when we do our albums, I like to listen to it the day that it gets introduced,
Mm-hmm.
and then in the middle of the week, and then if I really, 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 really like it, I'll listen to it like a bunch of times in the middle of the week, and then once right before we record.
Yeah, I do that too.
And so yeah, I ended up showing her Cronin, but she might like it. She likes that soul kind of feel music that has like soul to it, like that kind of feel. Like,
Oh
and
yeah. Right.
what I got from this album, from this EP, was this is panty dropping music, is what this is. This is like you turn this on, those panties hit the ground like that, just flap. Like next thing you know, you're on stage. You got a stage full of panties. You can't see the ground. There's just panties everywhere. Like Jesus. If I had a nickel for every panty that was up here, I'd have.
Well, I'll tell you what, I saw them at a festival where people were standing there for 12 hours already to save their spot on stage. So they would have been throwing up adult diapers, and I'm glad they didn't, because I don't think there was a lot of panties being worn that day. I think it was a lot of adult diapers.
Whatever you're into, I don't want to shame.
That would be fucked up. Like I would quit playing if I was in that band and that happened to me. I'd quit playing. I'd be like, fuck this. I don't want to drop adult diapers. Like that's fucking weird. I mean, maybe if I'm like, I had my band for 50 years, I'm like, I'm dropping adult diapers. We used to drop thongs, then it was granny panties, and now we're dropping adult diapers. That's fine. But to be at a show and see a bunch of 20-year-olds throwing up, shitload of diapers because they didn't go to the bathroom anywhere else. But I agree that makes you want to fuck. That's pretty much it. If I find music that makes you want to fuck or be stoned, hey, I'm gonna let you know about it.
Yeah, we like to party. But what was your favorite track?
I mean, honestly, like the Texas Sun, like the title track.
Yeah,
That's because it's really mellow, and well, to me, and like the longer you go, like you said, the more you just start touching yourself in the middle of the grocery store. So Texas Sun's like the popular track, and I like that one the most because it's got
yeah,
the kind of it's catchy.
it's catchy. Yeah, it's good. I like Seaside
Mhm.
and Midnight.
Yeah, they just kind of like they like you said, it is like it's sex music because he's whispering and shit. Like it's kind of like,
Yeah,
it's there's other albums where they do that too, where they're having a conversation but they're playing over it.
yeah.
It's really kind of it's I don't know, like far out.
This this album will give you goosebumps and make your nipples hard. You know what I'm saying? Just like
There you go. I'll put that in the synopsis to the show.
it'll make the hair on the back of your nipples stand up. You know what I'm saying? Just like
Fuck. Hairy nipples never did anything for me on a man or a woman.
I like to party.
I know, but hairy nipples are a little bit out there. You're not gonna have as many people at your party with that shit.
Hey, party at one, still a party.
All right. We got anything else to say about that, you fucking weirdo?
It was cool. Gave me something different to listen to. It's not my normal bag of hammers, but I enjoyed it, and it was your lady that suggested it, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thank
Which
you
I
very
thought
much.
was funny after all the episode that we did all about sex, and then we put that album on there. So if nobody got turned on by the last episode and listened to the music, then I'd check out your hearing a little bit because that's all that episode was about. And
You know
music.
what I turn on when I fuck is our last episode. I just like to hear both of us talk. Well, it sucks though, because it's a long episode, and I only got so much stamina nowadays. So
You pick up where you left off. You get your nut and you come back right where you were. It's a
turns
new
out
orgasm every time.
that episode took like about a month to finish. Tell you what,
It's only been 2 weeks, Alex.
my month and your 2 weeks are different, Tony.
You got a fucking DeLorean over there.
Time is
Jerking
different
off in
for
a
me.
time machine.
I'm like a dog. Time is different.
Okay.
You don't know me.
Alex lives twice as fast as the rest of us.
I am. I do. I am doing that.
Oh shit. That's fun.
How about it?
Oh yeah, we got to spin the wheel. And this is our last episode of the year, so you know what that means. Nothing. We're gonna do it next week. So fucking stay tuned. But before we finish off, we get to spin the wheel, see what we end up with. I'm just gonna read out the list really quick because I want to, and we kind of redid it. So number 1 is still the Coco soundtrack. Number 2 is John Coltrane's Love Supreme live in Seattle. Number 3, we have Left Field, Rhythm and Stealth. Number 4 is Mono Lord, Your Time to Shine. Number 5 is Boogie Baluch. We don't know how to pronounce the second half, so that's what it sounds like. Volta. Number 6, Billy Joel, The Stranger. Number 7, Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms. Number 8, Slint, Spiderland. Number 9, Hornet Leg. We chose the album Ribbon of Fear. I'd like to thank Steve, a friend of ours, Steve, for throwing that down. Appreciate it, man. That's the album that we picked because your links didn't fucking work. Work on it.
It's true.
And then last, number 10, one of Alex's personal favorites, Mammoth Weed Wizard Bastard. And we don't know how to pronounce the fucking name again.
Just try.
All right. Noneth Anoth. Speaking fucking Icelandic over here.
You know what's funny is I
Fucking
today
Viking.
I picked an easier album to pronounce, and that's the easier one.
Yeah, your last one was Yin Oli I Anan Awan, and now it's Noth Ani As. I don't fucking know. I feel like I'm trying to learn Klingon. What is this? Star Trek Next Generation?
It might
Yeah.
be.
Those are the 10. Spin that beautiful wheel.
I feel like you can't really see in the glare, but whatever. 1, 2,
Looking through
3,
it's like looking through a
4,
store
5,
window.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's how it goes. 1, At 10. All right, you ready?
Just like a clock.
Mm-hmm. TikTok, baby. Ready?
Run it.
And it's
Oh yeah.
in. Who knows?
Come on, Coco soundtrack. So close. Number
2. What
John
was
Coltrane, A Love Supreme, live in Seattle. Alex's fucking favorite, jazz. And here's the good news, fucker. It's 2 hours long. I'm just kidding. It's pretty long though.
Do I not like jazz? Did I say that?
Oh no, I mean it's not metal. We're not going to kill kittens or anything to this, but you know.
Okay. I just forgot. I was like, did I say at one point I don't like jazz?
No, I don't. I'm maybe you do. I don't fucking know, but we're gonna.
You know,
find
I
out.
lie all the time. So,
That's what I like about you.
so would you say John Coltrane?
Yeah, John Coltrane's Love Supreme, but it's an album that they just released maybe 6 months ago. It's live in Seattle. And if you're a fan of jazz, you're not just listening to John Coltrane, listen to the whole fucking band because the drummer's amazing, everyone's amazing. But recorded in Seattle, live record. Awesome. So it looks like we're ending the year with a nice mellow jazz record, but couldn't be in my opinion, couldn't be more fitting considering it was released this year. So cool way to end it with some awesome shit that was generated 50 years ago.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited, man. Right on. I got that fucker actually here. Let me see.
You got it?
I got it for Christmas.
Oh hell yeah.
So there you go, man. I haven't opened it yet, so now I have a fucking legit reason. And it wasn't, as you can see, I didn't plan this, but now I got a reason to unwrap my record. You're not watching our last episode touching yourself, are you?
No, I was just putting it into iTunes to see if it'll pop up.
Oh shit, is it? I would actually, it's on Spotify.
Oh yeah, we're good.
All right, cool. If ever anybody has any, we're trying to like make sure that the shit is available, at least on the 2 major streaming services. If anyone runs into an issue, you know, if you really want to listen, let us know so we can avert any bullshit. But yeah, man, do you have anything to wrap up?
No, I think it's all unwrapped. I think we're all unwrapped and ready to, you know.
All right. Well, hey man, it was great seeing you, man. Glad you're doing well over there.
It's always good to see you there, Tony.
So I feel like I sound like I've been making out with a horse. Whatever.
Well, they got long tongues. Yeah.
I went to a fucking amusement park last night and yelled. It's cold outside. I'm a fucking idiot. So here we are. It's true. It's not COVID. I'm just a fucking moron. I took the test. But in any case,
a virus that's contagious. So you know.
Yeah, that's right. So's fun. Fun's contagious.
It goddamn is.
That's right. Well, hey man, thanks for watching. We appreciate the support this year. We'll try to come up with some wacky, fucked up title that grabs all y'all's attention so you watch it. We appreciate it. If you're watching this, it means I chose a good title. Or Alex, whatever. Fuck it. I'm rambling. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching this week's episode. We'll see you guys next week. If you forgot what the show's called, guess you have to watch next week. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram. Think of some music. We have had people a ton of support lately. You got anything? You put it on the YouTube link or in Instagram on the latest post. Anything like that will work for us. We see it, we grab it, we appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, till next week. You guys have a great, safe New Year. Try to throw up as much as you can, but all in the name of fun.
Howdy doody.
All right.
Bye.